An old woman is angrily scratching a car and keeps muttering, "Today he'll learn his lesson." Young Wei walks up and stops her, saying, "What have you done to this car?" The old woman replies, "You didn't pay for the meal, so now you'll pay for the car repairs instead." Young Wei says seriously, "Are you out of your mind? You've caused serious damage to my car." The old woman shouts, "Then why didn't you pay the restaurant bill inside?" Ting Ting runs over and says, "Mom, you did the right thing to his car." Young Wei looks confused and says, "What do you mean?" Ting Ting replies, "You just came on a date with me and you didn't even pay for the food." Young Wei says, "I came for a date, not a family reunion. You brought your whole family. How was I supposed to pay that huge bill?" Ting Ting responds, "Whenever I go to meet someone for marriage, my whole family comes along." Young Wei says, "That's why you bring 15 people every time, and no one agrees to marry you. I don't want to marry you either." Ting Ting says, "Fine, then at least pay for the food before you leave." Young Wei replies, "I can't pay for all that food. I've never eaten such expensive food in my life." The old woman says, "Whether you want to marry my daughter or not doesn't matter. Just pay for the food." Young Wei says, "I came to meet you people for the first time, and you invited 15 people to dinner." The old woman says, "You're yelling as if the bill was $100,000. It was only $20,000. We just had a light meal and you're making such a big deal? You should be grateful my daughter even agreed to meet you." Young Wei angrily says, "Stop your nonsense. I already told you I'm not paying for your ridiculous meal." Ting Ting says, "If you can't pay for food, then why did you bring such a big fancy car just to show off?" Young Wei replies sarcastically, "So what? Should I have come on foot instead?" The old woman says, "Say whatever you want about my daughter, but you're the one who's going to pay that bill." Young Wei says, "I'm not paying for anyone's food. Do whatever you want." Ting Ting says, "Some people are just like that, broke, but still go out on dates." Young Wei fires back, "Broke? Look who's talking, wha? You brought your entire family to dinner." Ting Ting says, "They were my family members only." Young Wei laughs and says, "If that was just one family, I'd have died if there were two." Ting Ting, offended, says, "Mom, look, he's making fun of me." From behind, David walks up, looks at the car, and exclaims, "Who did this to my car?" Young Wei, smiling, says, "Bro, that crazy old lady over there. She's the one who damaged your car, and believe me, she's completely out of her mind." David shouts angrily, "I'm not letting any of you go until I get my money for the damage." The old woman says, "Why didn't you tell me this car wasn't yours?" Young Wei replies, "When did I ever say it was mine?" He says this and walks away. Ting Ting calls out, "Sir, he's leaving. Take the money from him." Young Wei turns around and says, "Look, I came here on my electric bike. Now you two go back and pay the restaurant bill yourselves." Then he leaves. David, furious, says, "You two better pay for the damage to my car right now." The old woman says regretfully, "He really treated us badly." Ting Ting, crying, says, "Mom, we used to trick people before, but today someone tricked us." The mother and daughter cry in regret and shame. Voiceover at the end. So, what do you think? Did they deserve what happened to them? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching.